Did you see it? Did you see Andrew Yang on Bill Maher? Pretty cool. Like the exposure he's been getting is CNN and NBC and now Bill Maher, all in pretty close proximity to each other. It's good. Good publicity. And his spiel is getting more and more fluid, more and more kind of dynamic, and yeah, his pitch is getting smoother and smoother. Um, yeah, the Bill Maher, Real Time with Bill Maher, like that part where he did the interview with him. That was great. I think he was turning Bill into a believer and totally turning Bill into Yang Gang maybe. What I kind of didn't like was at the very very end of the overtime part. Check that out if you haven't. Um, so he was asked the question about Elizabeth Warren's position of breaking up big tech companies, and Andrew Yang has a very detailed answer for that, and he starts by saying that we have this problem of trying to apply 20th century solutions to 21st century problems. And so then after he says that, he goes on to make his case. Nobody wants to use the fourth best navigation app. Nobody is using really Bing for their search and for their search queries. So but then they started making jokes right in the middle of that, I guess because they had to close the show. But I mean, that's an important question. And when you say something like we're applying 20th century solutions to 21st century problems, that's profound. That is profound. And I can get why that very idea is just going over the heads of a lot of these boomer generation politicians. I hate to make it a generational thing, but I mean, he's kind of saying in the nicest way possible, yo, get with the times. Things don't work like that anymore. Like, yeah, maybe it worked in your day. It doesn't work like that anymore. So we got to really figure out how things work and solve according to the new problems of today with a new set of eyes, a new lens. And that's what he's providing. But yeah, it can be tough to hear. So yeah, might as well just cut him off and make a joke and end the show. So I didn't really care for that part. It's like, man, you're gonna go out like that? Like Andrew Yang has a great answer for that. And he was just starting to begin it, but I think it was just too, I don't know, just the timing of the show's end and all that sort of stuff, and it being a comedy program, like, just interfered with, like, thinking about, like, no, you're right. Nobody wants to use the fourth best navigation app. And yeah, when was the last time I binged anything? So breaking things up doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You're still going to have a lot of the same problems. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe what Andrew Yang could have done, perhaps, because he started going into the Facebook thing and when he talks about the problems that Facebook creates, especially for teenage girls and just mental health issues and things like that. That's almost going into a different territory. That's yes, related to breaking up or why breaking up tech companies doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because their problems are independent from that stuff. But maybe he should have stopped at the Bing thing, and just boom, shut it down instead of going into the Facebook direction, because that can go into the whole spiral of mental health, and his whole positions on mental health and his positions on a technology czar or social media czar, whatever I forget what he calls it, but that's like a different topic. So maybe what Andrew could have done is for next time. For next time, sir, just when it comes to that question of breaking stuff up, don't even bring Facebook into it. Yeah, I think you make your case with the navigation apps and with the search engine, and boom, that's it. When we start talking about like the mental health issues and how there needs to be some sort of regulation behind social media, that's maybe when you can start talking about the Facebook stuff, because yeah, I feel like that's a broader, deeper, not broader, deeper, almost a separate category that has a thread, but you can opt to cut it and not have that part in it. So, anyways, but overall, I thought it was great. I thought Andrew Yang got some great publicity, some great moments, and hopefully converted a few more people. I know one of my friends, he's a huge Pete Buttigieg fan, but he's like, yeah, I like Andrew Yang. He's like, I'm still Pete Buttigieg fan, but yeah, Andrew Yang's pretty cool. I like the guy. And I had to respond. I was like, hell yeah, Andrew Yang's my guy. Like, I'm 100% behind that guy because, Pete's a good guy and all, but Andrew Yang has got super substantive solutions to problems, and he is running on those specifics. That's why I'm Yang Gang all the way. So, good work on that Bill Maher show. Let's keep that going.